So the topic is the best ways to learn new vocabularies and remembering them later. All right. So for most of the learners of English, their problem is they don't even know how to learn new vocabularies and how to enrich their vocabulary while they're trying to learn English. And the next problem is they don't even remember them. All right, they study them, they learn new vocabulary, but after maybe 1 month or 2 months, they go like, oh, I knew the meaning of that vocabulary, but I don't know why I don't remember it right now. So this is a big problem actually, because like language is all about vocabulary. If you don't know any vocabulary, you don't know how to communicate. You don't know how to use it in a sentence. You don't know how to talk. You don't know how to write. So we got a question. It says, why should you always learn vocabulary in a context? See the first one. It says, you have an example sentence of how to use new word. So this is how learners start thinking in English. For example, imagine that you're learning a lot of vocabularies. You got a dictionary, you're learning tons of vocabularies, but when you want to speak, you don't have any word to speak, you don't remember any words. Why is that? Because you only know individual words. You never heard it in a context. You didn't find it in a book or in a video. So why we are like learning new vocabulary in a context is because when you want to speak, you will get the exact vocabulary that you want to use in your speech. Why is that? Because you learned in a context. You didn't learn it individually. So the next point is you remember new words longer, especially when you are reading. Reading is very important. And for those who are reading, they understand my speech because you will learn tons of new vocabularies in a context, and then you will be able to use them again, okay? So we have some example like short stories, novels, non-fiction books. Like fiction books are like novels and short stories. It is about narration, like it's about a story that happened. It's real maybe, but non-fiction, real or not real, maybe, but nonfiction is about science books, maybe physics, anything that you desire. Articles, and we have news and etc. All right. So when you learn a new word in a short story, whenever you want to use that word, it reminds you of the short story. So you got a memory with that word. It's not the word individually, it's an image in your head. It is like imagine that you are you watch a movie, all right? So you learn a word in that movie, and then whenever you use that word again, it reminds you of the movie. So that movie was a really good tool to make you learn that word and remember it later. So it makes your long-term memory stronger. It puts the new vocabularies in your long-term memory. So you'll be able to remind yourself about these new words, and then you will be able to use them again, okay? We got another point. It says you learn common phrases. Common phrases. Oh my God, this is a very big problem for the learners, because common phrases is like about speaking naturally, all right? You don't speak nonsensical things. You speak like a native when you know common phrases, because you learn inside a context. You will learn how to use that word and what other words to use with the same word, all right? Learn different meanings of a certain word. All right, we got some example. Like to make it clear, to clarify it, and to elaborate on that, I am giving you an example. We have date, all right? Date is a noun. Maybe it is a verb. So date doesn't have only one meaning. It's got some meanings. One of them is a fruit. And another one is when you go out with somebody that you love, for the first time. Maybe it's not first time. Maybe you go on date and you know you go out together and you have fun and you talk with your lover, the person that you love. So this is called date as well. And date of birthday is the day that you're born. Like today is my birthday, actually 25th of July is my date of birth. Okay, so it got a lot of meanings, date actually, but if you don't learn it in a context, you don't even know how to use it later. Okay, fruit and date. So in this case, what we can eat, can we eat verb? Of course, all the thing that we eat is noun. So in this case, date is noun. Okay, so Joe took Alexandra out on date. Wow, we have two names. In this case, like it's about taking out, going out, something like that. In this case, we realize that it's not about food. It's not about fruit. It's about two couple. They go out and having a nice day, and they chill and they So in this case, doesn't mean food and fruit. For the third one, what is your date of birthday? We have birthday, and it's a question, right? So maybe it asks for the day and the month and the year that you born. So date in this case means the day and the month and the year that you born, that your mom gave you birth. All right. You don't always go and check the dictionary. Oh, what does it mean? Let me check it. No, first, what you're gonna do, depending on the other words, you decide what does that word mean, and then you will not forget it, and you will learn so many different meanings of the same word. Like date, right now, date has a lot of meanings. What to do when I read a text and I don't really understand some words? Well, the first thing is guessing the meaning of the word. Guess the meaning, all right? You guess the meaning, as I told you before on the date. You see, we decided whether it means fruit or whether it means going out with someone. So the second method is use English dictionary. It helps you think. This is an amazing idea. I see a lot of people including myself. When I started learning English, I was using English Kurdish dictionary, which was not amazing actually, because it makes you so lazy. It makes you think in your own language. It doesn't make you think in English. Only use English dictionary. Yes, I know this is gonna be so hard on you on the first place. When you start doing this, it's kind of hard. I know that because I've been through this, but believe me, it is so helpful, and this is what helps you to think like a native speaker. It doesn't take time, you speak faster. It helps a lot, believe me. So the other point is try to use it in a strange sentence. Wow. We got it. Let me give you an example, okay? We have maybe the date that we said as a fruit, okay? For example, dates fly. Like, have you ever seen a date fly? Wow, this is so funny. Like, putting words in strange sentences makes your mind concentrate on it because it attracts you. It is funny. It is not normal. You know, I suggest you to use it whether in a funny sentence or in a strange or sad. It's related to emotion sometimes. You know, make a sentence that is makes you surprised emotionally, whether it makes you sad or happy or surprised or shocked or whatever trigger you. But remember that not use it in a normal sentence because you will not remember that word again.